is up, you guys? Happy Halloween. I decided to upload this pull-up skin tutorial for you today because I saw a couple posts on Instagram and on YouTube with a pumpkin with a demon. I haven't seen one with a skull, but I'm sure there are some out there. I just thought that this would be a really fun, quick and easy tutorial for you guys if you wanted to wear it for a party or just for a costume look. So if you'd like to see how I got this, then keep on watching. Alrighty, don't mind my hair in this scrunchie, it is air drying. But to get this look started, I already have my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk in my waterline. I love using this, especially with skull looks, because it really helps open up your eyes so it doesn't get lost in the look. And because my face is so damn red, I am putting this NYX CC's cream in green all over my face, and this is going to help cancel out the redness. You also want to make sure your sponge is damp always when you are using it to blend out. It is now time to glam up half of our face, and with the help of video editing, bam, I already have the glam side done. I just didn't want to take up more time with this video showing you a tutorial on this. If you guys would like, I can do one soon. But I just was feeling some rose gold, so I decided to put those rosy colors on the glam side for my shadow. It's time to get on with the main part of the look, which is the pulled up skin part. And to help sketch that area out where the skull part is going to be, I'm just using a brown liner and I'm going to lightly sketch this out. You definitely want to go above your brow and then halfway down your face around to the other side. If you want, you can kind of hold your own fingers up for reference to kind of get where it would make sense for the skin to be pulled up from. Now that I have that area mapped out, it is time to start adding the wrinkles to our face. If you want, you can use the brown liner. However, I personally wasn't a fan of this and I ended up wiping it away and replacing it with shadow. I just found it too hard to blend out and it was almost too harsh, and when I was blending, it was like getting too muddy. So basically, here in the video you see me using the liner, but I actually prefer to go back with a taupey shadow instead. This is probably the most time-consuming part of the entire look, just going back and forth with that angled brush and making precise lines and then blending it out with the smudgy brush and just really working on shadow and dimension and really trying to make those wrinkles look 3D. In an attempt to make this more three-dimensional looking, I took a black liquid liner on a very fine and stiff brush and just tried to create that outline there. I really wasn't a fan of that. Going back, I probably should have used a very dark brown shadow instead. But yeah, this just wasn't giving me the effect that I wanted. The brush just wasn't precise enough. Now, instead of using body paint, which of course you can use, I'm choosing to use my NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white. And I love doing these skull looks with these different alternatives to body paint because it just doesn't make sense to spend money on paints that you would use once a year if you're not going to constantly use them. So I just want to show you guys that you still can create really awesome looking skulls and different looks like that without body paint, and this definitely works well if you can build this up to be super opaque or sheer. Now you want to go in with your liquid liner and start mapping out the hollow parts of your skull. I wanted more of an angular looking skull, so that's what I was going for. And you always want to make sure that you have a reference picture in front of you because it does make it so much easier. And I looked to Alex Faction for inspo on the shaping of this skull. I thought it would be really cool to give my skull a cracked appearance, so I'm adding those little crack marks in now. And I will go back and forth with details for this look. I just kind of jump around all over the place and just kind of work on what I'm feeling at the moment, so you'll see a lot of back and forth at this point. Now it is time to add our little teeth. And the best way to describe how to draw skull teeth is to just literally make Hershey Kiss shapes. It sounds silly, but it's honestly the easiest way to do it without overcomplicating it. And I personally like to go down and get the size and shape of the tooth down before I go back and add details. I ended up with 14 teeth on the top and 14 on the bottom, which is pretty true to what we actually have. And now I am etching out the nose shape, which is just kind of 2 teardrop shapes that you would want to make. To fill everything in, I'm just going to use the black liner, which is a little bit tedious because it is just liquid liner. However, it's a matte black liner. It is super dark, which is what you want for the hollowed out areas. So I use this on my nose, my eye, and I wanted to ombre the jaw area, so I just filled the outer areas with the liner. As you can see, I also added some more small details, and this is just to help make our bone structure pop and look more 3D. For more details and also for the ombre color, I am taking a matte black shadow. And here I am just taking an angled brush and I'm just going to add some shading and depth to the mouth area to make that stand out more. And then I'm also going to ombre the hollow part of the jaw that I left white. Taking that same matte black shadow, I'm going to set the eye area with it, and then I'm going to set the white part of my face, and to do that I found this really beautiful iridescent white eyeshadow. You can totally use a matte white if you wanted to, however I couldn't resist adding some glam and some highlight, so I chose the iridescent shadow. I have bounced on over to my jawline and I'm just redefining that with a taupey contour shade. This is the NYX Blush in Taupe, and I am just using that on a dual fiber brush. Now it's time to finish up the details of our wrinkles, so I am just taking that medium brown shadow on a pretty stiff brush, and I'm just going to work on blending a combination of that dark brown with the lighter brown and then more of a muted neutral colored brown to just blend everything together. You guys will see what I'm doing as I'm going. It's kind of hard to... What you are essentially doing here is just laying down a flat out line, and then you're just going to take different shadows and blur them out to create a shadow underneath that line. And then you want to take lighter colored skin tone shadows and white shadows to create highlights, so it will look like pull. Falsies will help make your eyes stand out more and add more oomph to the look, so I just took my Ardell falsies in 106 and I am laying those down. Alright, and that is this look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. I just wanted to do something that was, you know, pretty simple and quick to do for you guys. If you like need a last minute costume idea, I know I'm certainly putting this video up last minute, but the main thing that I love about something like this where you do some crazy makeup or like face painting, you don't necessarily need a costume for it, so that's why I think that this works so well as like a last minute costume idea. I mean, like, honestly, this took me a little over an hour to achieve, and I was definitely taking my time, watching YouTube videos on the side. I wasn't like rushing through it, so if need be, this is something that you could easily put together within an hour. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I really love this whole concept of like lifting your skin up. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, consider doing so, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.